Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, December 5th. A lot going on in the world of weather. We have a small-scale snow event today focused over New Jersey associated with an inverted trough, sometimes referred to as a Norlun trough. It is an area of instability that extends to the northwest of a low-pressure center. In this particular case, there is an intensifying storm over the western Atlantic, and a trough extends from the center of that low-pressure area back to the New Jersey coastline. And here's the latest radar. Already some moderate snow bands showing up across southern New Jersey, extending from Atlantic City to just south of Philadelphia. This can actually result in a few inches of snow accumulation today across central and southern New Jersey, especially along coastal sections of central and southern New Jersey. Perhaps snow showers all the way back into the Philadelphia metro region. Certainly from there and points south and east today, snow showers are quite likely. In addition to this Norlun trough, or this inverted trough at the surface, we'll see in a moment there's a vigorous upper level wave of energy crossing over top of the mid-Atlantic region today. That could cause some snow shower activity as far to the south and west of the D.C. metro region. So quite an unstable atmosphere today. Again, small accumulations of up to a few inches can occur in some of these heavier snow bands today across interior sections of New Jersey. And here's how the radar loop looks right now across the D.C. metro region. Again, not so much of an impact here from this trough extending from the western Atlantic to the New Jersey coastline, but this is really associated with the upper level wave of energy that we'll see in a moment on the NAM computer forecast model. Moves overhead today and kind of intensifies. That is going to result in snow shower activity, especially on the western side of the district. So watch out for snow showers even down there in the D.C. metro region later today. Well, let's kind of focus in on this small-scale snow event initially here, and then we'll talk about the longer range. The storm threat for Sunday, Monday continues here. But first, on in the short term, we have this wave of energy in the upper part of the atmosphere as we begin the day here on Wednesday. And let's just move forward here using a high-resolution model, the NAM model. It captures better these kind of smaller-scale events like a Norlun trough and this upper-level wave of energy. Notice here, upper-level low is actually starting to form here later on today into the midday and early afternoon hours. In other words, this whole upper-level low is tending to intensify as the day progresses here, and that can result in some snow shower activity even inland, places like D.C., especially just to the west of D.C., over the next several hours. And here we go by late tonight, early tomorrow, that wave moves off the mid-Atlantic coastline. Well, now let's focus in on the surface maps, and here we will see that trough extending from the western Atlantic low. This is just a little bit of precipitation depicted here early this morning, Wednesday morning, by the NAM model. More snow shower activity across the higher elevations of West Virginia, Western Virginia. Again, out here, we're dealing with the upper level low. Along the coastal New Jersey, we're dealing with that surface trough, that inverted trough known as the Norlun trough. Let's move forward here. And look at this band here, first of all, intensifying here. Again, backing into New Jersey from a western Atlantic low. Meanwhile, snow showers from D.C. and points to the west over the next few hours. Even some moderate snow bands will form in. Look at this, the isobar pattern just showing this trough right in this region right here. Again, it extends from low pressure right in this region right here. In fact, let's just draw that. We have this trough right in this region right here showing up with the isobar pattern. Low pressure right here. This is kind of a classic case of a Norlun trough, which is really just an area of instability that extends to the north and west of excuse me, a surface low pressure area. Can be associated with heavy snow bands. Mesoscale snow banding is what we refer to this as, and that can dump a few inches of snow in a short period of time. So here it is, a classic Norlun trough. In the wintertime, it can dump 3-4 inches of snow in just a few hours. Watch out for that across New Jersey. Let's now move forward here over the next few hours here and see what the NAM model does. It basically sits over the southern part of New Jersey. We are now into the afternoon hours here, and some of that will very likely be enough to accumulate, again, 3-4 inches of snow from Atlantic City to Camden on the table over the next few hours. Even in the immediate Philadelphia metro region, there can be some snow shower activity. There's that low pressure area over the western Atlantic, and a beautiful example of this Norlun trough here extending back to the coast. Finally, that pulls away in the late afternoon, early evening hours. Basically a partly cloudy and cold night tonight. Well, and now let's look ahead to that snow threat for the Sunday-Monday time frame in the Mid-Atlantic region. A significant storm pulls off the eastern part of the Pacific Ocean towards Baja California over the next couple of days. Here is the 500 millibar forecast map from last night's GFS model run, the 6D model run. Here we are looking at that next storm, the one to closely monitor over the next few days. Still not over land. The upper level low is over the eastern part of the Pacific Ocean, and here in the east we have that upper level low contributing to the snow shower activity in places like West Virginia, Western Virginia, perhaps even into the DC metro region over the next couple of hours. Let's now move forward here and watch the evolvement of this late week and weekend scenario. Here's that upper level low by tomorrow afternoon. Kind of slams into Southern California, northern part of Baja California. Tends to weaken initially, and then basically low pressure will reemerge over Texas early in the weekend. That is the storm to watch. It continues to move towards the Carolina coastline after this, and then whether or not it produces significant snow in DC, Philadelphia, New York City, still a little bit unclear. We should know more over the next 24 hours or so as that upper level wave moves over land, Southern California, northern Baja California over the next 24 hours or so. Certainly, still the threat for significant snow continues even in the DC, Philadelphia, perhaps even New York City metro regions later Sunday, Monday. Cannot write it off the table at this time. Again, we talked about the potential for significant snow along the I-40 states associated with this system from, let's say, Oklahoma to North Carolina. That significant snow threat extends all the way into southern Virginia here. Let's move forward now. Here we are Monday morning. And again, very well could be strong surface low right at this time over the northeastern part of North Carolina, just off the Outer Banks. And whether or not it rides up along the East Coast at that time, still a little bit unclear. A lot depends on the interaction between this wave of energy in the northern stream and how it interacts with the southern stream, that a wave of energy that will produce that storm. Again, it sets up over Texas, rides to the Carolina coastline later in the weekend. Let's now look at the 6Z surface forecast maps going forward here. And again, we have this Norlun trough over southern part of New Jersey, central New Jersey, causing some mesoscale snow bands, heavier snow bands, a few inches of snow anywhere from Atlantic City to Camden, maybe even Philadelphia. Metro region could see some snow shower activity. Meanwhile, that upper level low causes some snow showers, and especially in the higher elevations to the west of DC, even the immediate DC metro region can see some snow shower activity. Meanwhile, out in the west, here we go, that surface low heading towards Southern California overnight tonight into the day on Thursday, northern part of Baja California. Cold pattern continues here in the Mid-Atlantic region. A reinforcing shot of cold air arrives tomorrow night, Thursday night, that could have another couple of snow showers associated with it. Then we'll focus our attention to the southwestern U.S. Low pressure will emerge over Texas in the Friday night, early Saturday time frame. Again, significant snow and ice possible from this system across the I-40 states from Oklahoma all the way east to North Carolina during the late week, early part of the weekend. And then that low pressure area rides right to the Carolina coastline by Sunday morning at this time. Heavy snow could be falling in the interior, higher elevation areas of North Carolina into southwestern Virginia Still unclear as to how far up the coast this will come. The threat continues, however, for D.C., Philadelphia, even New York City at this particular time. Computer forecast models, specifically this GFS model run, keeps the system to the south. That does not mean we can write it off, however, because there tends to be a model bias in terms of East Coast storm location in some of these models 4 or 5 days ahead of event time. A model bias to the south and east. Sometimes they'll correct to the north and west. And certainly there is that threat still on the table as of now. So a lot going on in the short term. A Norlun trough extending northwestward from a western Atlantic low to New Jersey can cause a few inches of snow across interior, southern, and central New Jersey, especially near the coast. Perhaps even snow showers back to Philadelphia metro region. Strong wave in the upper part of the atmosphere could cause some snow showers today in the D.C. metro region. Meanwhile, we'll continue to monitor closely the storm threat for the late weekend, early part of next week. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.